Alright guys, welcome back to Phoenix Reborn, Boit's 3v3 charity tournament for Age of Mythology. We've got team UCA here up at the top side with Demantis in the green, the Rapple in the light blue, and Matrius in the pink, Matrius on Zeus, Rapple on Odin, and Demantis on Hades. Opponents today, lower side of the map, we got Team Rule Britannia, so we got Evil in the yellow playing as Gaia. We've got Odin King in the blue, Kronos, Grass and Groom, the red, Poseidon. So, interesting matchup today. A few Greek picks, a few Atlantean picks, and a Norse pick, eh? So, I think that's pretty standard here. Oh, it's a King of the Hill game, this one. And, oops, sorry, what's the map here? We have got, well, it's King of the Hill, but it looks like a, almost like a Ghost Lake King of the Hill, if you will. There's like this little frozen valley. It's even got huntables on it. I mean, herdables on it. It's like a, yeah, we're on Ghost Lake King of the Hill. So, Matrius has managed to snatch that. I don't think it generates extra resources, does it? Oh, it must do. Yeah, the plenty must generate extra resources. Because I swear, I was spectating another one of the King of the Hill maps, and I don't think the plenty was giving the players extra resources. Because, I mean, that's what plenties do, they generate you resources, but in King of the Hill they're designed to be the win con. You hold it for 7.5 minutes, you win the game, right? So you'd think that the resource gen off it was disabled, but I don't know, I don't think it is here. So Matrius is actually getting a bit of gold out of this. Good idea of him to scout it early. Far out, this has been a bit of a boon. So we got like 20 of all resources out of it. I think Odin had initially scouted it as well, or Grass. Because we saw Ruled Britannia in another King of the Hill game, where it was like a Acropolis style map seed, where they got on the high ground and they built a whole bunch of towers around it. I believe Evil might have just been funneling resources to Grass the whole time. So Grass has captured back the vault. I think Matrius is going to be quick on maintaining it. I think he's looking to try and get as much resources out of it as possible. You ever just play against the bots, right? And you play like the maps with the plenty vaults and you just make it your mission to hold the plenty vaults, like be as dominant with them as possible, because you just know the resource steroid out of them is just going to be ridiculous. Or you can be one of those dick players that like plays against other newbies and you like, you play the map with, yeah, lots of plenties and you just, from the start of the game, you just camp the majority of them. And just pray that your opponent's not actually better than you and they've got to cry. Because they can't deal with playing down on eco to you. And then you play against someone that can, or that's better at holding all of them, and you just get fucking stomped. Do you guys have any memories of that? Because I fucking certainly do. Most of these herdables have been snatched up. I think Matrius in particular has done a pretty good job. Grass and Odin have also grabbed a few. Looks like Evil might be snatching up this last set of pigs. It looks like Odin wants to clear it out. It's always been the ballsy move to be the player that's clearing these out, because you are sacrificing health to clear out a map objective that either team is going to benefit from the rest of the game. So, I mean, it's nice in the sense that they can now park an army here and make sure that they've got possession of it, but until this time, Matrius in particular was able to maintain a lot of control of that for basically nothing. Just get a little bit of extra free resources out of it. So Odin does have an impressive force here, but this is going to slow down his ability to get the second town centre out, I suppose. That's what he's looking to do. I mean, King of the Hill, it's a pretty hard and fast contest. I think our players will abstain from going to a second town centre and a third town centre particularly quickly. There is probably, particularly because Odin's setting the pace here and just massing up as much shit as he can with, you know, double Terma production. Evil even using the god power to try and block, make it harder for the opponents to try and pinch this hill off, the hill plenty off Team Rule Britannia. Grass having to be a bit careful with that Cyclops. He doesn't want that to go down. He wants it to probably meet one of these human units, because then he'll be able to just pick it up and throw it over the hill. Jason's beelining for him. Bit overextended there. So Matrius loses him. So through all this, holding the plenty is actually giving Odin a little bit of resources as well. And I think Evil might be just resource funneling here by the looks of things, because he's only got 6 citizens. He's not looking at adding any more here, when he probably should add 1 or 2 more and maybe get 1 production facility just to assist his allies, because ultimately Grass and Odin are eventually going to run out of population, and you're going to be able to go up to 140 or 160 pop or 180 even if you go to 3 town centers that you can use to assist them with. So even if you want to funnel early, you don't want to neglect your own eco and your own ability to field pop too much. Like, this is working great for him now, but they've got about a 3-minute window here where Evil's going to fall further and further behind, and the less he's going to be able to funnel less and less resources relatively into his allies in comparison of what sort of ecos his opponents with 3 full-size normal ecos are going to be able to field. So I'm a bit worried here, because they are sort of relying on UCA overcommitting early, losing a bit too much in the next minute or two, and not being able to just do a nice parade push to knock them off in the last 90 seconds of the match. 90 seconds of the timer here. They have got a few units, but that is a huge number of Termas and a good number of Toxotes there for Team Rule Britannia. So, very difficult engaging into this. Evil still transferring what he can to his teammates, but again, because he's not gathering enough food to slowly add more citizens, he's slowly, this 200 resource trickle is meaning less and less. Like, as useful as it is, just the fact that, you know, Evil's not managing to go up to 7, then 8, then maybe all the way up to 10 to 12 citizens here, and even get, yeah, like a temple and a counter barracks producing some units. It's going to be very difficult for his teammates to hold on here, because I think UCA wanting to commit here, and so Grass and Odin having to take the fight, and Restoration is going to make this very tough. Ooh, and there we have it. UCA managed to snatch control, so Odin snatching it back, and he's still got plenty of Terma. But there's not really much else here left for Team Rule Britannia. No real front line. Toxody's now copying it. And once they fall, the Terma aren't going to have a hell of a lot of luck. They're not very well armoured. They do a reasonable amount of damage, but to be honest, their base damage is actually pretty shitty. It's just the fact that they're a nice, harassing mobile unit. And they're good against ranged balls. I think UCA are now up shit creek without a paddle, so Evil surrenders there. Grass, Odin following up, and GG, UCA take the game.